Hello, stamping friends. Kim Williams here again. This is my second video. I'm going to show you a technique. It's a spotlight background masking technique. Pretty simple. I'm kind of excited. Like I said, this is my second video, and my first video on the technique called Aqua Wash is at 999 views today. So I'm kind of excited about that, hoping to get to 1,000 by the end of the day. Anyway, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do like I said, a background masking spotlight technique. And this is the card that I'm going to make for you. It's made with the Dragonfly Dreams stamp set. Here are all the things that I used and the measurements for this, if you want to take a look at that real quick before we get started. And then I'm going to move this paper again. Okay, you're going to start out with some Whisper White cardstock, and this is cut to 3 3/4 by 5. And then I made a mask out of computer paper the same size, and I used the layering circles framelits to cut my circle out. And you can use any shape you like. This is what I used from the Stampin' Up! Catalog. And it's the largest circle in there. What you're going to do next is you want to attach, well, you actually just want to lay your mask over top of your cardstock. And I cut it the same size just so that I knew exactly where my circle was going to be for my background. Now, to hold it in place, I do use some Post-it notes because we want it to stay there and not move around. So I just put one in every corner. And you can reuse this mask as many times as you need to until it wears down a little bit. Okay, to start out, we want to actually do this masked background, okay, behind the dragonflies. So we're going to start out with the lightest color, which is Soft Sky. And I'm using, this is the stamp set, the Dragonfly Dreams, and the coordinating framelits here. Plus we have the row of dragonflies that we're actually going to put on this card. And then for the background, this circle, we're going to use the Timeless Textures stamp set from the 2017 annual catalog. Okay, we're going to start out with this stamp, kind of like some sketchy lines. And what you're going to do is you're going to ink that up in Soft Sky ink. And you just want to fill up this circle. And you want to make sure that you're going over this edge because that's what's going to form that circle. So you get that full completed circle. And there's just no rhyme or reason. You just kind of want to fill this up with one layer. And then we're going to use the Fleur de Lis stamp, this one right here from the Timeless Textures. And we're going to ink that in, is this the right color? No. We're going to ink this in Marina Mist, which is a little bit darker. So we're going from light to dark. And I'm just going to go around the outside edge about 4 times with the Fleur de Lis from the Timeless Texture stamp set. Okay? Because I want to make sure I'm going over the line of that circle so that we can see the completed circle when we're finished. Next, I'm going to use the Island Indigo ink. And we're going to add these little splatters from the Timeless Texture stamp set. And we're just, again, randomly stamping here and there. Wherever you want to have some splatter. You don't want to get too much, but we want it to show up. Okay, so we worked lightest to darkest. Now, here comes the exciting part. You're just going to lift up that mask and remove it from your Whisper White cardstock. My Post-it notes sticky. Okay, and again, you can use that over again. And there you have the beautiful spotlighted background masking technique. Now I'm just going to put the card together. That was quick and easy and simple. And for the card, I'm using the Island Indigo cardstock. This is cut at 5.5 by 8.5. And then I used the copper foil sheets to cut out my stream of dragonflies there. And I don't like to waste all this copper. As you can see, it's underneath there. So I cut my dragonflies from this piece that was cut at 4.25 by 4. And there's actually still some room. You can punch things out and, you know, get the most out of that piece of copper foil. The copper foil paper is also available. It's carried over from the holiday catalog. Let's put a little bit of snail on the background of that. Oops, I forgot this corner. And attach that. Like I said, I would normally use up all that space with like a punch or another die so we didn't waste it. But for saving time, I'm going to do it that way. All right, now before I attach this over top, I'm just going to quickly stamp the greeting, and this is from the Dragonfly Dream set. And again, we're going to use the Island Indigo and just stamp the bottom corner here. Okay, now we can attach that with the snail right over top. Okay, and then to save time, I went ahead and I already cut my stream of dragonflies in the big shot. And I use one of our stamp cases. You get 6 of them, or yeah, 3 of them. And they're empty and clear. And I put my die brush kit in here and it fits perfectly. And then whenever I remove the pieces from the die cut, they stay in here and I can dump that later. But we're just going to peel off the copper foil sheet from the die and we're going to attach it here. I'm going to actually use a little bit of, sometimes I use glue dots just on the body. We're going to use some fine tip glue and just squeeze a little bit on the larger part of the dragonfly body and just move it around with the tip a little bit. You don't want to get too much. This is liquid and you don't want it to overflow onto your card. So I'm actually going to leave the wings kind of free flowing. We're not going to really spend time to glue those down. Just going to do the tails a little bit and the body. Okay, and then we're just going to attach that over top. Now with the fine tip glue, it is a liquid kind of runny glue. So you want to hold it down for a few seconds and let it take hold, and then it will stay there permanently very nicely. So you give it a few seconds. And then the last thing to top off the card are some rhinestone jewels. And I used 3 different sizes. I started with the larger one. And I always use my paper piercing tool to attach these embellishments. It's so much easier than trying to pick them up with scissors or your fingers. And then I'm just going to work from large to small. And we're going to work in a triangle. When you're adding embellishments like this to your card, you want to do it in series of 3s normally, or anything that forms like a triangle shape. So add those. And that's it. That's the completed card. And you can see there it is. I have another one to show you that we made at class last night. This is with different colors. This is the largest dragonfly in the silver foil paper. You can see it's actually in a clear envelope. And we used mint macaron, basic gray, and then that's the cardstock. And then for the inks, we used, the lightest was mint macaron, then we went to Pool Party, and then basic gray for the splatters. So they're basically made the same way. I actually did this one in a circle too, but you can use the ovals or you can use our square shapes, anything that you like. It just looks really cool. So again, I'm going to show you the items that I used, if you want to write that down or take a picture of it. And hopefully you liked my second video, and there'll be more to come. Hope you try this later, and I hope you come back soon. I also hope I get one more viewing on my first video, which is the aqua wash technique that I did last week. So I'm looking forward to doing another video for you soon. So go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's KJoy Inc. Stampin' with KJoy Inc. And there's my blog and my website. If you would like to place an order for any of these items, you can go there and shop anytime you like. Thanks so much and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.